When you start a new class in World of Warcraft, you go to a YouTube video, you go to IC events, you check the rotation, and you practice it. But sometimes you don't get to the damage yet you should be getting, according to your sims, according to the website, according to YouTube video, according to whatever. And I think that is because there's a lot of small tricks that people don't explain on how to play your class to optimize it to the maximum level and you getting better damage. That's why in this video, where I actually have been trying out Arms Warrior for the first time without add-ons, by the way, I've checked a lot of new interesting tips and tricks to make your damage be better. So we're gonna go through them. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Go to my Twitch, where I stream live every morning. Go to my Ko-Fi if you want to support my content. There we go. And let's get into it. So, what are the things that I've been getting? So, the first thing for Arms Warrior is that Sweeping Strikes is way more useful than I thought it would be. First of all, whenever you use Sweeping Strikes, you actually, let me change classes though, specs, it's actually very good for AoE attacks, which is kind of a weird thing that you would think about, because what does it do? For 15 seconds, your single target damaging abilities hit one additional target within 8 yards for 75% damage. So that makes me think like, oh, Overpower, you know, like Mortal Strike, all these abilities that do a lot of damage to a single target, they'll be good to be using in this case. Well, sometimes it's actually not the case. Sometimes it's better to do AoE, because if you use Sweeping Strikes at the same time as an AoE, like Cleave, like Blade Storm, you will be doing more damage. It actually applies it multiple times. I already tested this with the DPS meter. I was actually able to replicate this and see that indeed it did more damage every time I would use Sweeping Strikes before. The same applies for Cleave and so on, right? So using this on a pole whenever you have a lot of enemies, Sweeping Strikes into Blade Storm, great idea. Okay, another thing that I've been checking out as well for Arms Warrior is that Sweeping Strikes applies the buffs that you want to apply to the enemies. This is not something you would usually think about, because, you know, well, what is the word? You have a lot of things to apply AoE buffs, for debuffs. For example, Arms Warrior, you have to apply a lot of debuffs. You want to apply your deep wounds to do more damage. You want to apply your rend, that you can use your thunderclap, you know, to apply it to everyone around you. But for example, you have a Colossal Smash. Smash the enemy's armor, dealing blah blah blah, and increasing damage you deal to them by 20% for 13 seconds. This is great, right? And guess what? You can apply this with Sweeping Strikes to one enemy, and now it goes for multiple enemies. Super, super, super useful. This leads me to the next thing. Keep looking at your debuffs. You want to have your rend on all of your enemies at all times. If you want to use your normal rend, or you want to use your thunderclap for this, it's your choice, but do so. Okay. Also, you want to have your what's the word? Deep wounds applied as well. That will be applied with Cleave or with Mortal Strike. Mortal Strike for your single target, and Cleave for your AoE target. Another thing as well is that whenever you use Execute twice, you'll get execution precisions that will make your next Mortal Strike, boom, do more damage. So keeping that on your eyes, you know, keeping that in your mind to do more damage is going to be great, right? All these little things you want to keep track of. Of course, weak auras and some of this will help you with this, but use your mind as well. What's next? I mean, I have a lot of things here on the list. I'm just waiting for the next one. Oh, yeah, use Blade Storm defensively as well. Blade Storm is an ability that does a lot of damage, AoE, of course. But you know what it also does? It makes you immune to movement impairing and loss control effects. So if you see that you're gonna get attacked in some sort of way, if you're gonna get stunned, if you're gonna get snared, you can use this to prevent this while you're doing damage. Also, while you're using your Blade Storm, you can use all the abilities. You can use Rallying Cry, that is a defensive. You can use Spell Reflection, which is a defensive. You can use Dive of the Sword, which is a defensive. Berserker's Rage, to make you be immune from Spear, Tap, and Incapacitate effects for 6 seconds. Like, all these things you can use. So keep that in mind, right? You can use a potion, as I'm pretty sure, as well. Another thing. Remember to use your Battle Shout, okay? This will give you and all your party more damage. I've been yelled at for not using this while dying in a Mythic Plus. Everyone like, hey guys, rebuff, use your rallying cry warrior. We're gonna lose time if you don't use this. Remember to use it. Having a weak aura that will help you with this is gonna be great. Personally, I'm not using weak auras. I'm using any add-ons for this challenge, so it's not happening, but you should be doing it, right? Ideally, right? Another thing, impending victory. This is a very, very good ability that will heal you for 30% of your maximum health. But guess what? It also refreshes every time you kill an enemy. So whenever you're in Mythic Plus and you see one enemy that is very, very low on health, and you are low on health, maybe go to that enemy, finish it off, so you can re-trigger your impending victory and do it again. What's next? Macros. Guys, macros are important in Warrior. Very, very important. I got a lot of them. I got one for defensive stance, so I can press the button and I go from defensive stance to the offensive stance instantly, in case I want to, you know, take less damage. I have this heroic leap macro in case, well, because there's a few abilities, Ravager also, by the way, that will do this little thing. You will get this little circle whenever you press them. And you don't want to, sometimes, especially in an ability like this, heroic, that is for movement, you want to be very fast. You want to have to click, I mean, you know, press the button and then press it again in order to jump. You want to do it instantly, right? So instead, you make this little macro here. You can go to ice events and you'll see most of these macros anyways, but you know, you can do that. Cast at cursor, heroic leap, and you're gonna be able to do it instantly. Look at this. Oh wait, oh god, I mimed. Oh god, did I fuck it up? Oh god, did I just destroy my macro? I did. Oh god, I did. We're gonna go and get it together again, guys. You know, good. You know, actually, this is good. This will give us a bit of a nice way to go check some other macros. You know, I just go to ice events, to the arms warrior thing in in ice events, and then I go to macros and add-ons. It recommends a few things, and look at this. We're just gonna go here and get myself my there we go, automatic heroic leap, and I'm just gonna copy this here, boom, and copy it again because I fucked it up. Okay, there we go. And then look at that, I press the button, it goes instantly. There's other macros as well that I really like personally for Warrior. I really enjoy, well, obviously having a macro with your avatar, you know, because it will do a lot of damage with all of the other abilities that you would want to use at the same time. For example, like your trinkets, use 13 and 14. You also have I guess for this one you will be, oh yeah, shield block, but this one would be for me to go into defensive stance and equip a shield in order to use this. I haven't set it up because I haven't gotten a shield yet, but that would be useful. The other one would also be a cost sequence macro, because there's a lot of abilities in Warrior that have the same cooldown and you want to use them offensively. In this case, for example, in the Colossus set build that I have, you want to use Warbreaker and you want to use Colossus Smash at the same time, and you have the same cooldown, so you just want to have cast sequence for both of them. So you just go in here, you know, and then you press one button one time, the same button twice, and then it does two of the abilities, right? So this kind of stuff, very, 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 very good. And I'm sure there's gonna be more macros. You can go check them out and see what you get, or see what you need. But this is what it really, really helps me play the game and be more comfortable playing this new class. But there you go. I think that's about it. I don't think we have more things to talk about. But guys, if you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and who knows, maybe end up going for other classes and after this challenge, and do the same type of video each of the seasons, you know, and show you guys what you can do to do a bit more damage with each of these classes. Oh wait, I forgot about one little thing, the charge thing. Yes, charge. Okay, so charge before we leave. Special, you know, special secret strategy, guys. So look at that. So, oh my god, you got to the end of the video. Imagine if you didn't, guys. Oh my god, this is what you should watch every Darren's video instantly. I mean, until the end of the video, guys, every time. Okay, charge, very important ability. It'll give you movement, boom, just like this. Boom, it's great. But here's the thing: sometimes you're too close and you cannot get to the enemy, and sometimes the enemy is actually moving away from you. So by you walking into him, he's gonna keep running away, and then you're not gonna be able to use your charge or attack it, right? So what do you do in these situations? You actually want to go far away, so that way you're not closer, so you can use charge, but at the same time you can actually catch up to them, right? Also, charge does indeed give you some rage, which is kind of useful. It does a little bit of damage. So if it's always better to use charge rather than just, you know, walk. So obviously, depending on the situation, it'll be depending on what type of what you should be doing. If trying to get into the boss and start attacking and not losing your global cooldown, or whether you want to go outside and charge back in. Both the situations, you know, will happen depending on the fight and everything and where you're positioned. So, but it's something that you should be taking into account. But there you go. That is actually the last thing. Okay, so thank you very much for watching, guys. And I don't know, yeah, subscribe to the channel, go to my Twitch, watch me every morning, play Guild Wars 2, play WoW, play Monster Hunter, and have fun, okay, talk about other things. Go to my Ko-Fi if you want to support my content. See you guys around, love you all, bye.